Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. It's Crimbus. Anyway, I'm making Christmas candy. I'm not gonna post the first video on YouTube because it sucked. It was long and boring and it was stupid and it was poorly lit and I didn't like it, so it's not getting saved for posterity. But this one, perhaps maybe. So this is the hardest part of my family's traditional Christmas candy and I don't like doing it. So when Claire says, I don't want to temper the chocolate, I know where she's coming from. I don't want to temper the chocolate, but I did. There it is. And I don't think I messed it up. So, I'm gonna dip my candies in the chocolate. And I'm gonna try something new this year. Normally they are cooled and then wrapped in tin foil and stored in the refrigerator or the freezer. We're not gonna change the storage part. They're still gonna be stored in the refrigerator or the freezer, but we're gonna swap the tin foil for these tiny paper cups. They come in like a pack of 1 billion from Cash and Carry for not that much money. I think the earth wants me to use these cups. So every year, Gigi would switch up the knockout drops and add some new flavor. This is what I'm doing. I made 2 drops. Whoa, I made 2 recipes of knockout drops. One is the original flavor. One is super delicious chocolate flavor. And the other way I'm gonna change them up is by using these little cups. So, before I start dipping, I'm gonna spread these cups all over my sheet tray, which has been in the freezer for the past week pretty much. So it is icy cold. Now it should be pretty easy to chill these chocolates. When I'm done with the tray, I'm gonna pop them in the freezer here. I'm gonna trade it, chocolate type. When I'm done with all of it, I put them in the garage freezer to freeze, and then I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna give these without them melting everywhere. Oh, I know how. My favorite way is to use like an old tinfoil box, and I rip the metal thing off of it so it doesn't hurt anyone anymore, and then I flatten it out and fold it back up inside out brown. And you can rubber stamp the brown part with snowflake or Santa or whatever, menorah, dreidel. That would be cute. I'm probably not going to do that this year. I'm feeling lazy. So then you can give them all in a little row. The reason, I'm trying this is also because I feel like if I plop it in the cup and the cup is cold, I can kind of scoot it around and squish more onto the tray. And then everyone also gets to eat all of the chocolate associated with each drop. So let's hope this works out. Let me get my regular flavor. They have been in the freezer with the sheet tray for about a week. They are ice cold too. Now, I gotta admit, I don't think I made this batch right. I don't think I fluffed the butter enough. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I did that. So sorry if you eat these and they're not as good as years past. I'm really sorry. Really sorry. But the other flavors freaking good. This is working out so far. I have found the trick is truly to have your candies icy cold if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Oh my god, they're already... Yes! This is working beautifully. The chocolate is already hardening, I suppose is the word. And these are beautiful. So to wrap them in foil is kind of a shame. Oh, I forgot to get out my other secret ingredient, which is chocolate sprinkles. I'm gonna put that on top of the chocolate ones so you know which are which before you has a bite. Also, the reason why I think I didn't whip these enough is because I don't think there's as many as should be in a double recipe. Pretty sure there's more chocolate ones than there are plain. Also, there's no way to do this without getting chocolate all over your kitchen. It's just a fact. So maybe that's part of why I don't like doing it. I actually really do not like getting messy. Ask my mom about that. Oh my God, I am so smart. This is working. Why have I never done this before? Sorry, Mother Nature. So they're gonna get a little chocolatey on the bottom because clearly I'm making a mess here. But this is great. This is really great. Just what I thought would happen is happening is that it's hardening in the shell quite quickly. They're able to scoot them around on the tray and then not take up very much room. Usually I take up the whole ding dong tray. I'm running out of room. It's a messy scene. I'm also reusing the parchment from making them, rolling them out. Just like, I've been reusing parchment like a mofo, and I'm really glad that one of my Bon Appetit heroes, Rick Martinez, mentioned just reuse your dang old parchment. Like, doesn't matter if you're just making cookies or chocolates or whatever. See, I just smeared chocolate everywhere. Who cares? It's Christmas, baby. So I made a list of things to talk about on the live stream so I don't get off track or just talk about the same thing for like 10 minutes or be silent for 10 minutes. That's not fun. So I thought I would talk about how my dad called me last night and said, hey, I want to come visit you tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, in 2 days. Today's tomorrow. So today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. He's going to come on Saturday. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's exciting. I haven't seen my dad all year. I don't think. Maybe he came in the spring. I don't remember. But I love him a lot. And he doesn't live that far away, but it's a couple hours drive. And it's a crummy drive, so I don't ask him to do it too much. So yeah, I'm excited to see him. He made us a coffee table because we've needed one for a long time. Like, ours is okay, but it's a little rickety. And we'll see. We'll see where it fits. We'll see where we put it. He did some artwork on the top, so I'm excited about that. Always down to receive furniture. Ooh, see, why did I just do that? I don't know if you're noticing my technique, but it's keep these utensils as close to the chocolate as possible. Really, that's it. Try not to get it everywhere, and I just flung it on the counter, but not so bad. Yeah, this is going great because these candies are so cold. The tray is so cold. They're not melting. If the candies are not cold enough, they will melt in the chocolate while you're doing it, and that is not fun. I also feel like the chocolate ones are going to be a little bit softer because I did dough those up pretty well. Pretty good flavor if I don't sizzle myself quite proud. What's really surprising to me, some of these are much larger than others, even though I used the scoop. It's okay. That's also kind of how I know I didn't do them right. Is because it was really hard to scoop out into a uniform size. Here we go. Ooh. Just dragging that chocolate everywhere. I'm enjoying this. Normally this is tedious and hard. My back already hurts, I will say that, but that's just to be expected. My back always hurts. Oh geez. Oh no. There we go. See? Crisis averted. The good thing about these ones not being so uniform is that they're kind of craggy. So hopefully that means they'll get a lot of chocolate on them. By the way, this is an entire Trader Joe's Pound Plus bar and coconut oil. That's the only thing I have in the pan right now. So chocolate tempered if there's coconut oil in it? I think so. I think it still counts. I don't know. Anyway, it's how you get it to dry and be crunchy. It's how you get it to be glossy. It's, plop that right in that loose chocolate. It's how Magic Shell is made, is just oil and chocolate, cocoa, really. Oh no, I just lost one, there it is. See, now it's getting kind of hot. I can feel it. My burner, I think, is off, actually. No, it's on. It's the tiniest burner on my stove. I have backup reserve of some Ghirardelli chocolate, like, wafers. It's meant for melting. And first I bought that and a bar of almond bark, chocolate almond bark. And then I just saw how much like sugar was in it and oil, and the key to this recipe is that you use dark chocolate. And I think the recipe even says, her original recipe says unsweet chocolate or bitter chocolate. I don't know, but it's something that I can't find. I don't know where she purchased it. Her coating recipe also has paraffin wax in it. I ain't doing that. So that's why I use coconut oil. No offense to Gigi, her recipe is great and they were delicious. Paraffin wax is great. I will eat it. I'm not saying I'm above eating it. I just don't. I, number one, don't know where to buy it. I've been looking for it for a long time. I mean, I guess they have wax for baking and canning at the grocery store, but it just scares me. So coconut oil it is. And that's worked fine. And like I said, you store this in the freezer or the fridge. Fridge, usually. So the coconut oil works just fine. It holds up. So I did the entire Pound Plus bar. Ooh. I just stuck my finger in that one. There you go, bud. Sorry about that. Food safety. Whatever. Because I always reach this point where I feel like I'm gonna run out of chocolate, and that is never true. I mean, it was true once, it's happened, but it's probably not. I made just as much as I normally do. Just 2 double recipes. Sounds like a lot, but it's, I mean, I guess it's a lot. Ooh. Yeah, I hope I don't run out of chocolate. Yes, even the ones nearest to this pot, hot pot, are doing really well. Are drying up quickly. That puddle is so funny. I'm about halfway through this big old bag. It's been how many minutes? Does this tell me? No. It will later. I guess the stove has a clock on it. It's 1:49. I think I started at like 1:30 something. I don't know. Anyway, what did you ask Santa for Christmas? I asked Santa for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's kind of the only thing I want. That's all I care about. Why'd you have to have 8 margaritas? I know that's not what he said, but I haven't seen the movie in a long time because I don't own it. Santa. Only seen it once. So let's see, I was going to talk about my dad is coming. Our Christmas traditions as a family. We didn't have like a ton. I mean, of course we decorated the tree. My dad put lights up on my mom's house that are still there to this day. It's been like 30 years, 20 years. No, let's say 25 years at least. With the big bulbs that are colored, and they are not colored anymore. Paint has all worn off. But I like that. Put them up once, just leave them up forever. Turn them on at Christmas time. Why not? Who cares? Did I not mention that? They've never come down. I don't think I stressed that part enough. Same lights, same staples. Never come down. Kind of love that. What else did we do? We made cookies for sure. Jam thumbprints. Everyone in the family loves jam thumbprints. I love them too. They're just kind of a pain in the butt. I mean, these are already a pain in the butt, but for some reason I make these. I think because they are a little bit more impressive. Like, everyone loves a jam thumbprint, right? Don't get me wrong, but this is like, oh girl, you made chocolate. And it's just so unique and weird. So there we go. But I might make Papa some sugar-free jam thumbprints. We'll see if we have sugar-free jam in the house. If not, I will have him bring some home. I love jam thumbprints too. I would love to try to make him a sugar-free version. I feel like that dough, like a not super sweet dough, would be easy to make. Almond flour.
Before that, the breezy guitar style of Gabor Szabo to Reason. And starting it out, we heard from Thad Jones off South Detroit, New York Junction.
She boiling.
Well,
We're going to turn her off. It does not need to be that hot.
We are halfway through it. I'm Chris Darkin. Thank you so much for joining me on this wet and rainy afternoon here in Portland. Let's head back to it next.
Trying to create an ambiance of not knowing where I'm from, and that just really spoiled it. So thanks, radio guy. Thanks, jazz man. The most memorable Christmas of my childhood was when I was in 3rd grade. My parents were divorced, but they, we spent the night, Christmas Eve, as a family together. And we went to, I remember I was babysitting the class rabbit over Christmas break. Do not remember that rabbit's name. We went to Chang's Mongolian Grill for dinner. Hell yeah. Shout out if you like or been to Chang's Mongolian Grill. Ironically, the restaurant that's closest to my mom's house used to be barbecue. It's now a Mongolian Grill. So that's interesting. Weird. Circuitous fact of life, I guess. Life is strange. So yeah, my dad spent the night at my mom's house in the effort of family togetherness, and his truck got stolen from in front of my mom's house. I woke up on Christmas Day, and like I did as a child, because I was a freak, I was a weirdo and a freak, I would wake up first, I would get out of bed. I'm an only child, by the way. I'm sure that's obvious, because most of you already know me. And I would not look at the tree. I'd sneak into the, well, not sneak, I would openly go into the living room, but I would not look at the tree or the presents. And I would watch TV or eat a bowl of cereal and just try to be cool. Be cool, dude. It is Christmas. But I didn't want to wake everyone up. I'm not that person. So I didn't do that. Where the hell did I put my cups? They're there. I thought that was enough. I was wrong. These are what I'm using, by the way. FC 150 X 350. So there's 3.5 inch fluted paper baking cups. There's 500 of them in here. And I've already used quite a few previously. I bought these a long time ago for this purpose. Never really got around to it or used them just a couple times. They're super helpful to have. Like I said, dirt cheap at cash and carry. Oh my god, I just did 2. Whoa, pay attention, dude. That's okay, I can do 2 at one time. Whew. Just got like a hot moment. I had to spend like an MS thing. Sorry. Not a chocolate related twitch, but it felt like it. So yeah, that Christmas, God, I don't even remember what I got. I kind of do, I think. No, I have no idea. I do not remember. But I know my dad, in the morning, after we realized his truck was gone, just like walked back to his apartment on Christmas Day. Bum. I could just picture him like Charlie Brown, George Michael, maybe, just walking, sad, Christmas Day. And it was not an easy walk. Not a short distance. It was across town. So, can't blame the guy. I would have wanted to get the hell out of there too. Your ex-wife, your car got stolen, like that sucks. Sorry, Dad, love you, mean it. But I'll see you tomorrow. Hey! Wasn't I worth it? My most memorable Christmas gifts. I really wanted an American Girl doll. Really bad. I got one. That was awesome. Super awesome. Family friends bought her for me because that is not the sort of thing my parents would ever spend money on. It's a $100 doll. But I had read all the books and I knew their daughter was going to get one. Like the family who bought it for me. I knew she was going to get one. So I made like clothes, kind of guesstimated the size of how big this doll would be that I had been obsessing over, and made her these really crappy little handmade clothes. And then of course she got everything. All the play sets, all the clothes, the wardrobe. Over the next couple Christmases, like a few other dolls. That was cute of me though, to make her a present. This is my present. If you're watching this in my friend, it's terrible lighting. Wow. This is my handmade doll clothes to you. I'm having that freak out moment where I don't think I'm gonna have enough chocolate. Gonna be fine. I have prepared, in case I do have extra chocolate, things that would be great dipped in chocolate. And I have a couple silicone molds. So part of me is like, just crunch this junk up and pour the chocolate into the molds. Right? That's a good idea. And then just have little chocolate shakes. Why am I holding that? You can see I'm trying to squeeze. Squeeze these. Alright. More. I think I have like 10 left of this flavor. Oh man. Woo! We're doing it. If you want to be listening to what I'm listening to, listen to the radio. So yeah, I chose Addie. I got an Addie doll. That's the one I wanted. That's what I got. Also really bad wanted Samantha, and I never did get that, but that's okay. I read all her books. I've always been obsessed with that time period, so I don't. Maybe that started it. I don't know. Fascinated though. Turn of the century. It was the other century. I always forget that I have lived through a turn of a century, and it was 20 years ago now. Weird. Another great Christmas present was the year I got a boombox. I think that was actually the year my dad's truck got stolen. I got a little boombox. It was like, you know, record player, tape player. Last one. Ooh, it's a little icy. That's not good. It's okay. Last one, baby. All right. I'm gonna wash my hand. Actually, I didn't get super chocolatey. If you didn't hear what I just said, I said I actually didn't get super chocolatey, which is kind of a miracle. Miracle. All right, I'm gonna let this hang there while I get secret ingredient. My chocolate jimmies. Ooh, they don't have a, okay. They don't have a thing, so I'm just gonna pour some into the bowl. And we're gonna switch them out. The other tray is the chocolate one, so it already has chocolate all over it, so it's nasty, is what I'm trying to say. Ooh, she's icy. That's good. I don't know why the fridge opened up too, but whatever. Oh yeah. Did y'all see that? No. Good. You don't need to see it inside my fridge. She's stuffed. Quite a bit of cookies in there right now. I feel like no food, no actual food. So that's not good. Whatever. That's always how I feel. Does everyone feel that way? Like, oh, I have no food, but they actually have quite a bit of food. I'm very lucky. All right, so I'm putting some cups down. Gonna do the same thing. Like I said, there are more of these. And there were the other flavor. And I'm gonna not care so much about getting chocolate everywhere. Part of me is like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have put them in that cup. The sprinkles, I mean. Not the chocolates themselves. Hold on. All right. An extra fork there. I don't know if you noticed that. Just in case. Leave that open. Also, just in case. All right. I have used over half the chocolate. Crap, dude. I'm doing it. Just because I don't care if there's extra. Ghirardelli dark chocolate flavored melting wafers. Chocolate flavored? There's no dairy. That's what I truly care about. Alright, I'm gonna do about half the bag. Like I said, that is not my preference for chocolate. This. Back onto medium. And by medium, I mean low. Have this on low. Those are gonna melt in this oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. I am maybe gonna add just a smidge more coconut oil. Ugh. I'm not measuring anything. I don't care. Do what I want. So yeah, I got the boombox for Christmas. With the boombox, this was maybe 96, 95, 96. I got so many good CDs. I got Weezer Blue album. I got Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness double CD. My husband has been listening to that a lot lately. There's some like extra special deluxe edition, I think. I just turned it on and then turned it off again. Those are already pretty much melted. And I've done very well at not getting chocolate in everywhere. Except for on the counter right here, but it's okay. But yeah, I think that's on Spotify. We listened to Tonight Without Strings, and it was really good. I appreciated it. Okay. Chocolate flavor. Double chocolate. Oh, these are totally icy. You know what? It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna dip these suckers, and then I'm gonna put chocolate sprinkles on top because YOLO. And let's try not to let any of those chocolate chunks get up in there. Oh yeah. Because there's unmelted bits of chocolate. You saw me just dump that chocolate in like a minute ago, maybe. It's not fully melted. Doesn't need to be. We're just gonna work around it. Definitely just spilled that inside the stove. There we go. Let's put that there. I want you to know I just placed that tiny bowl on top of a blob of chocolate that had spilled onto the burner. I did not clean the stove before I did this because I knew I was going to get chocolate everywhere. I think I mentioned that. You will get chocolate everywhere. And yeah, you have to do this sprinkle business right away. You can't be fooling around if you want to put sprinkles and do it all at once. This is an assembly line operation. If you have 2 folks, if you have a child with you, oh yes. That child will put the sprinkles for you while you enrobe. Don't let the child enrobe. Let an adult do this. This is not fun. It's not easy. It's tedious. It's worth it. These are good. I'm trying to think of what other CDs I got. I know my auntie Julie got me that same Smashing Pumpkins album, but on tape. And I was like, sorry, Beth. I want the CD. She didn't know if I had a CD player, but I got one for Christmas, so got CDs from then on out. I swear I got a couple. Maybe I got like a... I don't even know. A couple of them. That was a fun Christmas. Getting a boombox, that was dope. And then a couple years later, I want to say it was in like 6th grade, I got a Walkman, but the CD type. That was extra dope. And I already had a boombox, I already had CDs. I was super into Green Day. Maybe Green Day is what I remember going to Fred Meyer and buying Green Day for my dad. Anyway, I had Nimrod, and they signed it. And I used to carry that with me in my little purse, my little CD wallet purse thing that I would carry to school with me next to my lunch bag. And I also had, at that time period, oh my God, what is that band? I did a freaking school report on this dude because I thought he was so cute. What is that band? The Wallflowers. Ah! Jacob Dylan. Gross. I loved that one song. It was the 90s, y'all. Kids were weird. They were listening to adult contemporary like it was normal music on the alternative station. The other band I really liked at the time that I think every now and then my dad would go to, this is just more a story about we would go to the music store that was open until midnight on like a Saturday or whatever. He'd be all, let's go get a CD, and I'd be like, hell yeah! It was either let's go get a CD or let's go to the arcade. Either of which, hell yeah. Great idea, Dad. Thank you. Let's do this. So one time when he said let's go get a CD, I got Third Eye Blind. And I've been listening to that lately too. We also agree. Good band. Not a bad band. All right? I'm not embarrassed. I will go to the state fair to see Third Eye Blind. No shame. No shame. My other favorites were the Beastie Boys. Love the Beastie Boys. So I had all of those CDs. And even today I was like, dang, I need that book. I made a book and I haven't read it yet. It looks really fun. So yeah, definitely want to put that on the library wish list. Well, library wish list. Hold list, aka. Also owe money to the library. So my husband sent me a text like, what does Santa want? Santa needs help. What does he need to go get? Santa wants to know. That's what he said. Santa wants to know. Which I think means his mom. So I didn't say, I want Santa to pay my library fines. Because that's... I don't know how one would go about making that gift. So instead I said Target gift card. So that way I could purchase myself the movie if Santa doesn't bring me the movie that I want so desperately. And I also want underwears, but I thought that's a weird thing to ask your mother-in-law for. So, Target gift card, that encompasses all of it. My BFF usually brings me socks, which I am so thankful for. I love to receive socks for Christmas. So I'm hoping. Anyway, I don't need a ton of stuff. I'm not buying a ton of stuff for people this year because I don't have a ton of money. And I figured my friends and family would understand that, like, paying my bills is more important than crap they can look at. No offense. I've been watching a lot of hoarders, so I'm just in that mindset. You can eat this gift and it is gone from your life. You can give it to someone if you don't eat sugar and butter, because that's basically all this is. Re-gift it. I don't care. Take it to work. Whatever. It's one less thing you have to have in your life. And I know this would... Carlos is watching this. That's my husband. And he's lolling. It's an air bubble or a chocolate chunk? That's an air bubble. And a big piece of chocolate. Because I have these... I give them away, right? But I make a lot so that I can have some too. And I do wind up kind of leaving them in the fridge for months and months and months. So he would say I hoard them. I disagree. Because there are none in the fridge right now. What I do hoard are those dark chocolate star shortbread cookies from Trader Joe. Another Trader Joe item I'm endorsing. I almost call this a podcast. No, this is just my internet rumblings. Those are really good. And I thought I missed them this year. I went, I think at the beginning of December, end of November, beginning of December. I didn't see them. They had Candy Cane JoJo's. They had other Christmassy things. And I was like, oh man, it's not meant to be. It's okay. I ate my whole stash from years prior. Yes, I did have 2 boxes in backstock because I am a little bit of a hoarder. I just mentioned that. I just copped up to it in regards to this specific cookie because it is so good. And it's not good when it's a year old. It's way better to eat it fresh. I'm gonna need this whole thing. So I ate my backstock. There was no old ones. And then I went this week? It's Monday? Yeah, today's Friday. I went on Monday this week. I got 2 boxes. They had it, baby. I also, for some reason, thought Trader Joe was the source of the cheese advent calendar. I was very wrong. They do not have that. They should, because in my opinion, they are the best cheese purveyor. But I just made a fool of myself at Trader Joe, being like, "Do you have this?" And the guy's like, "No, no, we don't." He wasn't a jerk, actually. He was very nice. Everyone at Trader Joe is very nice. I'm almost done. So my plan when I'm done making these chocolate ones is to toast some pecan. And I have pretzels. And I have corn nuts. And I was going to, while I'm toasting the pecan, crunch up the pretzel into, or pretzel sticks into like half, basically. And just make like little haystacks of those things in my molds, which, like I said, are cute. I have a star shape, I have a heart shape, and I have a plus sign. So I'm thinking star shape. Absolutely, we're going to be using that one. And then heart shape next and then plus sign. And I'm just going to make little like haystacks. Chocolate haystacks. I'm going to drizzle this chocolate, more like dump it. Or I might mix those things in with the chocolate and then just dump spoonfuls. We'll see. Either way, it's going to be another bad for you chocolate thing that I'm giving to my friends and family. It's a way to say I love you. Eat your feelings. I have received one box of cookies from a friend, and he made some of the cutest cookies I've ever seen. So creative, so good. They were little bears. So gingerbread bears, you know. But they were like very anime. The cookie cutters were super cute. And then he made them a little bit NSFW, which I totally love. Like, let's get subversive. Why not? Let's have a sexual Christmas. Turn the bears into leather bears. Give them genitalia. Why not? Why not? My cookie this year, I used my Rosanna Pansino poop cookie cutter, and I made chocolate sugar cookies. And I followed Rick Martinez, like, tie-dye icing technique. And then, I don't know if you know this, but when you mix all your leftover colors together, it makes brown. So it worked out perfectly. I made little red and green fookies, or as my new BFF Sydney would say, turkeys. And I just dumped all the leftover into the same plate and added a drop of blue. Whoa. Did I say red and brown? Red and green. Kind of tie-dye. It doesn't look the greatest, but it's cute. It's pretty cute. But yeah, I just dumped it all together, added like 2 drops of blue, and bam! You got brown. Who's that? Brown! I love that song. Anyway, this is looking real good. I have the jazz station on because Gigi was a jazz lady. She was a freaking beatnik. She was from Texas. She was a bad ass. She's in heaven, like, having a jazz cigarette right now. Partying with Kerouac and stuff. Grandmas are cool people. They have good stories to tell, and I appreciate that. You're a grandma, I will listen to your story. Unless it's some weird all racist bullshit, I will not listen to that, Grandma. I'll be like, okay, thanks, ma'am. Notice I said ma'am because my grandma would never do that. It's loca. My grandma's watching AA. Also, speaking of my grandma, she gave me a sick tip on how to not have garlic smell all over your hands all the time. Is you chop all your garlic at once, store it in the fridge in a jar, cover with olive oil. It'll keep. And they were good. They were Midwestern grandma style cookies. So you had Buckeyes. I remember that. Julie's favorite. You had, I think she made those little peppermint candy canes that were twisty back and forth, twisty around. It's like red and white dough. I've done that before, but I made them orange. I don't prefer peppermint. Gosh, you make other types. Of course, sugar cookies decorated very adorably. I think there were like, had to be some kind of chocolate situation in there. Oh, the ones with the kisses. Are those called haystacks? Anyway, it's like a thumbprint, but there's a Hershey's kiss in it. Dang, I feel like I'm running out, bruh. Making more. Ooh, do I have a message? Who's talking to me? Oh. Hi, stranger. I'm putting sprinkles, Betty Crocker chocolate sprinkles on top of these so I can tell them apart from the plain flavor, because all chocolate looks the same when you're using the same chocolate. And thank you for liking my jumper. That tells me that you are from the UK. I appreciate that. This is my Christmas shirt. I wear it all December. It's actually my only item of Christmas clothing. I used to have quite a few bits. That's something I would receive on Christmas. Ooh, I'll tell that story too. And I did purchase the shirt that Julian Salamita and that one guy who's a DJ who I don't know about made for charity. They just released these hilarious shirts with like they went to, oh God, what's that place? It's like a famous photo place in LA, but it's not fancy. But they went there and got portraits taken, like two best friends, and one of theirs girlfriend Chihuahua, who happens to be Mr. Marbles, internet famous Chihuahua. Anyway, they got these beautiful portraits done, and it's When I went to Trader Joe's, this was the last one. I like casually walked into the frozen aisle and saw it on the shelf and was like, no one take this chocolate from me, I need it. It's imperative. So I almost didn't use that, and I'm really glad I did, because this is not going to be as bitter as Granny called for. But it'll do. It'll do for these last couple. And it'll do for my haystack situation. Oh, you know what? While waiting for this to melt, I should put out some more of these. Let's see, what other story was I going to tell? Hold it. So, our tradition now is to see a movie on Christmas Eve. I go with my Auntie Julie and her mom, Mumsy. It's basically my grandma. Who's watching? Thank you. Hi, she's the one with the garlic tip. We're gonna go see a movie. We do this every year. We have since I was a kid. We see all different sorts of movies. Doesn't have to be Christmassy. We usually choose something family friendly, but it's a range of, it's whatever. It's whatever looks good, you know? I feel like maybe when I was a kid, we would go to see more kid friendly things. I can't remember the first one. There was one year where it snowed really hard on Christmas. That does not happen here very much. And on that year, she came to rescue me from my home, and we had Papa Murphy's. We had a pizza, and we watched Elf. So Elf had been out, whatever year that makes it. A year after Elf. Elf is a classic. Such a good movie. Oh, but I don't have to tell you that. Anyway. One year we saw Amelie. That was out. Might as well see it. One year we saw True Grit. That was a good choice. One year we saw Enchanted. I was not happy about that. I did not like that film. I do not like musicals. But one year we saw Annie, and I was okay with that. The new one. Ooh, these are melting. Let's get on it. I should have put those back in the freezer while I waited for this chocolate to do its thing. Whoops. Yeah, for some reason that movie didn't irritate me as much. It was a little more, I don't know, I was fine with it. One year we saw, oh my god, what is the one with Seth Rogen, right? And yeah, I think it's Seth Rogen and is it the dude from Avengers? And the other dude, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right? And they do a bunch of drugs. Because Jillian is the wife. She's going to give birth, and she's like, have one last party Christmas. I went to see that with my grandma. So, that movie was funny. It was bad, but it was funny. And sometimes you need to see like a bad movie. Y'all lull at the bad movie. So today is also, it's freaking Star Wars Day, man. Everyone is in Star Wars with their family right now. It has been out, I don't know, since last night maybe? I don't know about Star Wars. I mean, I do. I'll go see it. My husband will take me. Actually, my dad's coming this weekend. Maybe we'll take him. We took him to see the first new one. I can't tell them apart. Don't tell anyone. I enjoy them all. I cannot tell them apart. You're in space. Stuff is happening. It's fun. It's fun. Stuff blows up. It's cool. What other movies have we seen on Christmas? True Grit was a highlight. That was a great year. Great year to see a Christmas movie. We saw, you know what we saw? I think one of the first ones was The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Dude, we definitely saw that in the theater. That's how old I am. Old enough to be a child when the first Santa Claus came out. We saw everyone because I personally think David Krumholtz is very cute. Always liked that man. Always enjoyed him as an actor. Ever since Slims of Beverly Hills, when he's saying "Let me be a lady" in his underwear, and there's that unflattering shot from underneath. So good. So good. So cute. Always had a swarthy gentleman. So my preferences were set early, clearly. What else do we see? God, Enchanted was the low light, I gotta say. That was the year I liked the least for Christmas films. We saw that other movie about Disney movie with the man who wrote the book. Was it Mary Poppins or the woman? I don't know. Music or something. I clearly don't even remember that. That was a film. And this year, sorry, there's a bubble. There we go. We are planning on seeing the Tom Hanks Mr. Rogers movie. So if you ever wanted to cry in a theater with your grandma, I already warned. I warned the family. I was like, yeah, I'll see that, but I'm gonna be crying. I'm already crying that you've asked me to see this with you. Y'all know how much I love Mr. Rogers. Love Mr. Rogers. What a good guy. And I don't like a lot of white men, but Mr. Rogers, man, woo! He's up there. He's in heaven with Gigi right now, smoking that jazz cigarette. Hopefully. I wonder if you still have glaucoma in heaven. Probably not. But that's always what I say when someone needs to have a jazz cigarette, is they have glaucoma. It's for the glaucoma. Especially when you're an old person. You know who legit does have glaucoma is my dog. Well, maybe not. She, cataracts is what she has, where her eyes shine back at you like a marble. Her first daddy came by, gave me those fantastic cookies, and used the adjective fishy to describe her. And she is. She does kind of have fish eye. And by the way, I watched that Vox video about why fisheye lenses make great album covers, and that was super interesting. And that is also why I thought about why I like the Beastie Boys, because they use a fisheye a lot for their videos, and that was fun. They were always very fun. I'm like pretty stoked at how this is turning out. One good thing, almost done. I'll show y'all making the haystacks too, because I think I'm gonna have enough room for at least one tray on here. And I do think, oh, I have marshmallows too. I might mix mini marshmallows in with it. I'm just gonna make this dish worth though. Wow. There we go. No one saw that. Foible. Almost done. Maybe 10, less than 10. Oh my God, these are gonna be good. So I mentioned this on the other one. I don't know if I mentioned it in this. I'm not saving the other one. I did mention that. These are chocolate and coffee. Because you gotta bloom your cocoa. That's the key to making cocoa delicious and smooth, is mixing it with the liquid before you add it to whatever you're doing. Or with the flour, depends. But I bloomed it with coffee. Ooh, that's a big boy. And I didn't know if it would really show up in the flavor. You know it's there. And I'm okay with that. Chocolate and coffee are BFF. And so basically that's how I make my favorite chocolate cake for my birthday. Every year I make some chocolate cake. I've definitely mentioned that. But I bloom it in coffee. That's what the recipe calls for. And so I thought, well, let's give it a shot. Never made knockout drops. coffee before, or chocolate. And it worked, and they're great. It has a crumb in it. Okay, we got, this is 5. The other thing I stream is Minecraft. I love to play Minecraft, and as a lot of you know, it is Buzzy Bees update week. So excited for the Buzzy Bees, but I've explored quite a bit of my turf, so I have not found Buzzy Bees yet, and that's okay. In due time, it's not like I'm not going to be playing this game for the rest of my life. But I am planning on doing a little bit, oh wait, 3! Doing a little bit of Minecraft streaming soon, very soon. We'll go back to MAYZFOOD. And the last 2 drops. So I'm gonna put these away, I don't need them anymore. 2. Oh, you know, I realized I never talked about my technique. You probably can't see it. I have a spoon and a fork. I use the spoon to fling chocolate on top of the candy, and then to scrape the underside of the fork before I plop it in the cup. If I need to, I can use the fork to put more chocolate on top. I got chocolate all over my finger for the first time on the last drop. Hey, not too shabby. Is it on my face? Probably. I don't care. YOLO. All right. So yeah, the fork raises the candy, the spoon cleans the fork, and then the fork can do a little bit of a dabbiness on top if you need to. But I haven't really been doing that with these because of the sprinkles. Will break any air bubbles or usually cover any spots that are not sticking so great. So there we go. 2 double batches, fully chocolated. Now, let me see if I have candy on my face. What did the chocolate say? Chocolate angry. Lol. It's a Bon Appetit reference. Someone just asked, why does your title say you're making the chocolate angry? Lol. And I think if I remember correctly, my title is, yes, I'm tempering the chocolate. And then there's the chocolate emoji. It's a Bon Appetit reference because Claire always doesn't want to temper the chocolate and she has to. So shout out to Claire for the BA Test Kitchen. All right, let me grab my marshmallows. Bag of mini marsh. Oh, you know what else I have is Chex. I might add Chex. Damn, these smell sweet. Oh, I didn't toast my pea sand. I really should toast them. They'll be much better that way. All right. Change of plan. I have a tiny cast iron skillet. Put it on medium to get it real hot. And I have some whole pecans. I'm just going to cover the tiny skillet at the bottom of it. No. Let's just use them all. Why not? I just went to Winco. I bought some pecans. They're whole. You could use any nut you want. You could use not whole. It's up to you. I think I want rainbow jimmies. These are actually not jimmies. They are sprites. Sprites. Part of me is deciding if I should just dump these mini marshmallows in with the chocolate, and I kind of feel like I should. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh my god, this is my plan. It's already not vegan, but I'm gonna add a little bit more of this. Marshmallows are not vegan, FYI. Sure, everyone knows that. Just because this is going to be nightmarish, gooey and weird. I'm adding some oil. I'm going to mix this in a larger bowl. Yeah, I did just eat raw coconut oil. Yeah, I did immediately realize that I was doing that. You rub it on your cuticles. You don't eat it. Okay, let me get my bigger bowl.
Song called
There she
Western
is.
Song. And before that, we heard from Israeli drummer Amir whose brand new single, Afro Golden Moon,
Oh.
for you here on the
All right, so
support for KMHD Jazz Radio comes from our members. Thank you. And from Closet Factory.
Closet Factory.
Closet storage solution for every room in your life. Closet Factory, the art of organization.
Hopefully this is working. I don't know. I can't
Well,
tell.
as we head into a brand new
I'll know when
year
it smells.
here at KMHD, we welcome you aboard.
So this might have been a crazy idea to cover these marshmallows in chocolate, but it seems like it's working. Like they're starting to kind of melt. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I want them to melt and form this like insane chocolatey, gooey, marshmallowy coating, and then I'm also probably gonna put whole mini marsh into the haystack situation. And I have this giant bowl here. Good old giant bowl. Woo! This is warm. There we go.
Mostly a sideman through most of his career, did a lot of.
I'm gonna toast them for a second. Oh yeah, these are done. I should put them in the fridge. Ooh, especially because I have a hot pan right next to them. Is there room? Can there be room? There will be room. Ooh, these are heavy. All right. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. So I'm gonna take a new pan, a new start. I think I'm just gonna turn that off. They don't need to toast for very long. All right, this smells. Oh, I forgot I made a mess of the burners. I'm like, it doesn't smell the best, but that's because there's melty chocolate everywhere. All right, so this one on the back, I'm gonna turn to medium. We're starting to get a melt. We're gonna melt going. This is insane. I've never made this before. This is live experiment on camera. Marshmallows are covered in chocolate. They're starting to melt, kind of, sort of. I toasted those. Oh yeah. I have a giant thing of corn checks. This is inspired. Look, Elf. Elf Chex Mix. It's inspired by Muddy Buddies. I've never made Muddy Buddies. I don't really care to. You didn't see that. Especially if you're my dentist. You did not see that. All right, so I'm going to do some checks. Yeah, that's enough. I'm going to do some pretzel. Here we go. Pretzel stick. Those are corn checks, and then I'm going to add cornet because I love corn. Here we go. Put that on there. Why is that? Ugh, there's schmutz on it. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to cut these, but all the ones that are little are just kind of falling. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. And by cut, I mean just crunch. Crunch in a halvesies sort of a way. So you get some stick of pretzel. I had butter. To the chocolate marshmallow situation. All right, that's looking good. That's looking good. Kind of more checks. probably not the right utensil to be doing this with. Again, don't care. Just don't care. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're getting buttery, baby. I'm gonna see if I have any more chocolate chips. Because I feel like it's never a bad thing to have a lot of chocolate. Let's see. What do I have in my surprise cabinet? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I do. Special dark chocolate chips, and I have Toll House minis. Oh yeah. There's a melty butter glob at the bottom, and so I'm just mixing it on through. This is becoming perfect stringy goo. This is exactly what I wanted. Sort of stringy mush that would bind everything together. Oh my god, it's becoming so melty and perfect. Yes! I have silicone molds, so I'm not going to bother spraying them. You could probably just plop this on a cookie sheet. Oh my god. I'm going to add chocolate chips to the pan because they will melt. Kind of, hopefully, a little bit, somewhat. Boom. I'm gonna add these mini ones to that. First, come up here, my boys. Have some corn nuts. Oh yeah. So after I eat them all, that was rude. Chocolatey marshmallowy goo! I'm so proud of myself. Alright. Let this melt. Chocolate's melting. This is perfect. Yeah, it looked like cottage cheese for a second. And that's what scared me. Now it's kind of a uniform, chocolatey, marshmallowy color. This is beautiful. Like I said, I don't mind if the chocolate's not fully melted, if you get streaks of chocolate or chunks of halfway melted. I just want like the marshmallow to be kind of consistent. All right, so there's my goodies. Here are my trays. I didn't really dry them. I have stars, hearts. You can't see that, it's black. Oh, there you go, hearts. And I have plus signs. Boom. You may recognize these. Everyone has an IKEA, right? We have for 10 years. Our IKEA opened in 2009. Right, actually, plus signs are not the first ones I made. Stars. So I'm kind of just drying out any extra water. Also getting chocolate all over the place. Whatever.
That's Oliver Nelson conducting the orchestra.
Hey.
Lazy
Dry
Cake.
these suckers out.
Prior to that was drummer Art Taylor from his album A.T.'s Delight. We heard Blue Interlude. Well, I hope you will stick around. Plenty of delightful sounds up for you next from the always delightful Isabella. She's up next.
Boom. All right.
In just about 5 minutes.
And dry out the plus signs. All right, I'm probably gonna save the plus signs for the end because hopefully that's when all the broken bits need to be put into a thing.
Fusion from the mid-1970s from a
Yeah, I didn't do very well, but whatever.
Jean-Luc
I'm done.
This one is
What I am gonna do is pour some rainbow sprinkles, non-peril, woo, into the bottom of each doodad. Not a lot, just some, because they're cute. And they have a shaker on top, and my container is cracked for some reason. The lid is cracked. So I'm trying to get rid of them. There we go. a couple shakes in the bottom of each mold. Alright. I'm freaking done doing this. There's not enough in the stars. There we go. Oh my god, these look really cute. Funfetti, baby. I think that's why I bought these, because one year I made funfetti shaped, knockout drops, or not shaped, funfetti flavored. That is Papa's favorite flavor. Alright, I'm gonna add the chocolate ones just to a couple, because I have extra chocolate ones. So yeah, stars get chocolatey. Boom. Alright, just to not be wasteful, you know. Waste not, want not on your 99-cent chocolate sprinkles. Okay. Now we need to add chocolate chips. I waited until the end to add these. These are mini chocolate chips. Add those to the goodies mix. Not a ton, just some, because it's already chocolatey. Just, you know, texture, size, shape. It's fun. It's fun to have different things. We also add dried fruit. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. Wait to add these nuts until the end. They're still not super cooled off, and I don't want them melting my tiny chocolates. But, yep, as they, okay, they're starting to be less soft. They were kind of soft there, I was worried about them. There we go, they're looking good. Toasty nuts. I also thought about adding pistachios, if that would be really good. But they're quite salty, and this is already pretty salty. It's got corn nuts and pretzels. So, I think we're good on the salt factor. Alright, I'm gonna give this a toss quick, because I do not want all the chocolate chips at the bottom. I'm also gonna fully use my hands to do this, so I get get this out of the way. This away. Mise en place here for a moment. Pardon me. I'm gonna put, where did I put that? There it is. I had an extra piece of parchment. I didn't know what that was for. Now I know. It's for this. I'm gonna squeeze that into a sheet tray. Okay. Making sure no one said anything to me I need to be aware of. That's gonna be for extras, so we'll save that for the end. All right, I think it's time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay, it's time, it's time, it's time. I'm gonna turn you off. Oh, this is what I was gonna do first. I'm just gonna use my hand to mix this. I cannot think of another way. Maybe a wooden spoon? Maybe a wooden spoon? I'll get a wooden spoon, just in case. Is that a plastic one? I just feel like a plastic one is a wimp. I'm gonna leave that on that tray. All right. Basically massaging my hands with coconut oil. They're clean. I cleaned them before I cooked. I know I licked them once. So sue me or don't eat these treats if you're not into just a teeny tiny bit of my spit. I have an autoimmune disease, so my spit is very clean, okay? I can't be sick. All right, my hands are fully coated in coconut oil. Maybe that was a bad idea to do it before I plopped this in. Whatever, it's the choice I made. All right, here we go. It's gonna be hot. Put the fork in there. Woo! Oh yeah. I am so smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T. Y'all get that Simpsons reference. If you don't get that Simpsons reference, get out of here. Go watch some Simpsons. Tell me what episode that's from, because I don't remember. I don't know. Oh, that's stuck. That just lives there now, forever. All right, woo, that's hot. Maybe a wooden spoon was necessary. Oh, and I just immediately dropped some on the floor. I'm actually surprised. I'm using this fork and it's working out just fine. All right, here we go. I'm going in. Oh. Don't forget the pea sand. Okay, I'm not going in. It's okay if everyone gets a little crunched. Clearly, I don't make Rice Krispies very much because I think that's the same concept. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be so freaking good. So freaking good. I kind of wanted my vision for this, and yes, I did have a vision, even though I kind of just said I was making this up on the fly. I'm doing that, like, don't get me wrong, but I always do something with the leftover chocolate, and usually I just cover stuff in chocolate. That's fine, that works out great, that's delicious, everyone likes it, but I just wanted to make, like, the ultimate thing to take to the movies, because that's what, like I said, my family does. We go to the movies on Christmas Eve. Carlos and I might go to the movies on Christmas Day this year. We're kind of thinking about it. That's also been a thing. We saw Life Aquatic on Christmas Day. It was a Christmas Day release. I seen Django Unchained on Christmas Day. So that's a fun thing to do. Bless the hearts of everyone who works at the freaking movie theater on Christmas Day too. Y'all are doing us a big solid by going to work on that day. Oh, that's not gonna fit. I'm trying to cram. You can't see because I put everything in the way. Also, these sprinkles are tripping me out. I keep thinking they're freaking ants. So I'm using my hands, my greasy old hands, to try and cram this gooey marshmallowy stuff into this star-shaped mold, and it is not happening. Sticks are getting in my way. Oh, there we go. That one did it. Maybe I just need to grab smaller nuggets. There we go. Okay, okay. Ooh, coconut would have been good in this too. Last one. Oh my gosh. Oh no! It was a corn nut. It went in the stove. This is fun. These are weird. I hope this is good. Salt. I'm gonna put salt on the bottom. I have sprinkles on the top. I'm gonna put salt on the bottom. And now I'm two-handing it, just cramming, trying to cram these funny little silicone molds full of this Muddy Buddy stuff. I think if it were truly Muddy Buddy, I would be doing this in a Ziploc bag and covering it in powdered sugar. And I don't know, that just didn't seem super appealing to me. It's fine. I mean, I quite like Muddy Buddy. If someone brings it to me, gives it to me, it is around my person, oh, I'll eat it. Don't get me wrong. It's just not, I don't know. It's not the direction I wanted to go with this project, okay? Yeah, now I'm just trying to cram these even more full. There's like some pretzel bits sticking out. I don't care. Who cares? All right, let's do this. Heart-shaped one. Heart-shaped one's a little bit bigger, so maybe this will be easier. And I'm kind of just trying to get through this because I already poured the sprinkles in them. Again, waste not, want not. Because I just want to dump this on the sheet tray. I want to be done with it. I want to go play Minecraft. I have days and days to do that, so I'm fine. I don't need to go play video games, but I haven't done it in a while. Even though I've had the time, just have not had the energy or the motivation to go to MAYZFOOD, but I do now because I have an idea. I have an idea for what I want to do. No, it is not seek out Buzzy Bees. If I find Buzzy Bees, that's fine. I'm not gonna say no, ow, to a new creature. I just got poked by a pretzel. These are so ugly. I love it. Who cares? Sometimes candy isn't beautiful. Sometimes it's just not, okay? It's fine. You're gonna chew it up and poop it out, newsflash, so it doesn't have to look great. You do you, man. I'm not gonna use the plus sign mold. I'm just gonna dump the rest of this onto the sheet tray, the other sheet tray. So I'm gonna, oh no. Oh no. It's, okay, I just tried to scoot it with my palm, but my palm is gooey, so it did not scoot. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay. So most of these are kind of attached to each other. We'll see how this turns out. I hope this is food.
Yeah, we are inching our way to some pretty big holidays. We are kicking it.
There we go,
with some
there we go. Okay,
movies.
okay.
And
Yeah, buddy.
just
All right.
on this version, this
Boom.
of the show, to just give ourselves some good feelings, mid-afternoon.
Okay.
And
Nice,
remind ourselves
nice. I've made candy, kind of.
Have a little fun and do our own.
Ugh.
That can be a
I'm just
wonderful
filthy. I think I mentioned earlier, I don't like being messy. I really don't. All right, so I'm just gonna plop the rest of this onto a sheet tray. You will see what it looks like. It looks like poop, but I'm cool with that. I'm into poop. Poop makes me lol, and my Christmas cookies are shaped like poop. So, okay, try not to ruin your view. All right, I'm just trying to scrape all the goodies out of the bottom of the bowl because I'm trying to leave all these delicious chocolate chips behind. I'm really pleased that they didn't melt. I might just snack on that myself later. All right, and now I'm gonna press it down. This works out great. It's not hot anymore, and my hands, like I said, are oiled. So, oh, my glasses are coming on. Let's keep them off. Oh my God, I'm so glad my head is not in the shot. You didn't see me just look like a freaking pony try to push my glasses back up on top of my head. Ooh. All right. So I got a big chunk of ooey gooey haystack mess. I'm gonna try it. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Maisie approved. The true Santa Claus. I was gonna put salt on top, but it's actually salty enough. The true Santa Claus. This is a great song. Okay. I'm gonna put some Spranks on top. Yeah, that's good. Cool, yum, cute. This looks like garbage, but it's gonna taste really good. Press that nut on in there. Look at that. Garbage, yum, hot garbage. You don't want to see them in the mold. They look even more nuts. And I'm just gonna put this sucker into a sink to soak. Yeah. That was a good idea I just had. Alright, all the burgers are off. Candies are done. I was gonna maybe make cookies today, but I don't have a lot of time to make cookies. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go to MAYZFOOD. Actually, first I'm gonna have lunch, and I'm gonna go to MAYZFOOD. If I don't see you again, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Is that what you say for that? Happy. And have a great new year.